Vice President Yemi Osinbajo has warned that weaponizing ethnic and religious prejudices for political gains can lead to lethal destructive situation for Nigeria if unchecked. Speaking at the maiden policy making and good governance lecture of the NIPPS on Tuesday, Osinbajo recalled how he was once denied a rental property in 1989 by a biased landlord on the grounds of ethnicity and his professional background. In 1989, I was about to get married and I was searching for a good house to rent. I met my landlord, an elderly lawyer who obviously did more real estate than legal practice. He lets me know that there were three categories of people he would not rent the property in his care to: Ijebus, Igbos, and lawyers. I was disqualified on two accounts. He then said to me, pointing behind him in a few shriveled up books on a small bookshelf, that he had the arsenal to destroy any tenant in court if I gave him any trouble. He later, to his embarrassment, discovered that I was a law teacher, an advisor to the then Attorney General of the Federation, and that, of course, I am also Ijebu. I share this to illustrate the point that prejudice and bias are natural aspects of human nature. Everyone has prejudices and preferences that are reinforced by stories and narratives, he said. The vice president spoke against the backdrop of the tension witnessed between different ethnic and religious groups before, during, and after the 2023 general elections in Nigeria. Osinbajo stressed that if not addressed, identity politics or use of religion and ethnicity as political tool can result to devastating effects. When ethnic or religious prejudices are weaponized for political purposes, we are confronted with a later potentially destructive situation. Almost without fail in every election cycle, politicians overtly and covertly seek to persuade voters that voting for their particular party or candidate is the will of God, and that voting for the opposing party is a violation of that divine will. Long after an election is over and long after the leading contenders have shared their sword, the rhetoric, the words, and the means used to compete have adverse long-term effects on society, he warned. Osinbajo reminded that the Rwanda genocide that resulted in over 500,000 deaths and Nigeria's civil war, which claimed up to 2 million lives, resulted from the manipulation of ethno-religious sentiments that eventually boiled over into that tragedy. He added, the demons released by that bloody conflict among brothers are yet to be fully caged, and we pay the price of that healing process. People do not start hating each other during elections. Why political actors may invoke ethnic or sectional sentiments, those social and cultural antipathies already exist, lurking beneath the surface. Well, those who is talking about, they know themselves, so they know themselves. It's just unfortunate to them. Now they will do something and they will forget it, and they will expect everybody to everything to go back to normal. Let us, after they have committed all manner of atrocities, they say let us make peace. He's talking to who? People said until some things are being done. For now, Tinubu thinks that they're going to hide or doing something at the backyard is going to make things go away. Oh, they will say forget it, Nigeria. They will forget after many days. Now they will forget. This one is stronger because I said it, that some of them who are happy, oh yes, we show them Pepe. We told them this is not our this is our land. You are just a coward, because that is not a way to go about it. Inferiority complex. Nobody dares go to Igbo land to say I want to take their land. Nobody goes to any southwest state say you want to take their land. That was before, not now. It will not happen. But because the politicians want to get some truth, because they already know that they failed on all sides, so the only way is to use all of those things. And at the end of the day, it will not affect them, because all the politicians across board, irrespective of anything that they are using against the masses, it won't affect them. They will still come together. Wike that said APC is a cancerous party that it cannot be cured, but at least PDP has malaria, it can be cured. Now is mingling with them. You at lower K that they are deceiving you. At the end of the day, what the politicians are gaining and getting, you will not receive shishi. Shishi. Just like the way they say, Obi no they give shishi. They're not going to give you shishi. Now you go just they cry, they cry up and down, they wail up and down, they will not even look your side. So, like they always say, a word is enough for the wise. Really. Well spoken, my amiable vice president, the best president Nigeria could have gotten if not for Buhari and his demonic Islamic cheese. God bless you, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, but advise APC. I know you are sound, but many APC members are fueling this, especially Lai Mohammed. Well, one thing is that medicine after death, God will keep helping his own. No, the man was just the best, but APC couldn't see that. The Yorubas funny set of tribal bigots, but when they have challenge, they will run to the Igbos. I remember my NYC days in Lagos. I was staying with my cousin that stayed in the midst of Yorubas. A Yoruba lady had a serious challenge of child delivery and needed money and blood then. None of them were able to help her. She was almost dying until my cousin and I contributed the amount needed, and I also donated my blood to save her life. That couple till tomorrow see me like their blood sister. Okay. No consideration for those regions that have not presidents of this country. Now that long-term plot didn't favor, hence you are preaching to us, but you sowed the seed. They should support Buhari. This statement was made without equity and justice in mind. Vice President, I thank God that you have realized that ethnic politics takes us many centuries backward. Maybe because you lost your presidential bid. I have always had a high regard for you, bearing in mind your pedigree as a lawyer, professor, pastor, but everything one after you assume office as vice president. Your first visit to either the then Olubadan or the then Oni of Ife, you spoke to the utter consternation of everyone that if the Yorubas want power to return, to them. Okay, Igbo people don't know the difference between election and selection or appointment in democracy. They should understand that president is zoned to the south and not exclusively for the east. And any state in the south has a legitimate right to contest any one to be declared as winner. You need to score a certain percentage of the number of votes cast in 24 states rather than score 95% in 2 states and expected to be declared winner. It is when there is election, but since it is selection, even you will not keep quiet. Stop embarrassing yourself in public. Is there anything like zoning in Nigeria constitution? If there is, why did Atiku and Kwakwanso contest? Zoning is only based on the spirit of fairness, justice, equity, and gentlemen understanding for justice and equity and by law. Get the fact right before saying whatever you want to say. Most of people have lost interest. Okay. I believe ganging the Igbos up in Lagos then was to prevent them winning the governor seats. Now that Sanwo-Olu had won, it will be unreasonable for anyone to tamper with the peace of the Igbos in Lagos. We should live in peace. After all, we have Yoruba people in Igbo land living in peace. VP should shut. He is just waking up now, or is he just waking up now? All Igbos in Lagos must start thinking of how to relocate to Southeast with immediate effect. The majority of Yorubas are tribal bigots. They never liked Igbos and they never like you. Time for Igbos to develop Southeast. I have always loved and preferred you to even many of my tribal men because you are a good man with high sense of discipline. But let your people know that good people who can govern this nation can also come from other tribes if given the chance, just as you were once given the chance. Okay, I am blaming Mr. Bola Tinubu for refusing the VP to contest. No, no. I think the vice presidential whatever is good for Osinbajo now. Make Tinubu say go try in luck. That is if he later wins in courts. Make he go try in luck now. Let's see the difference. There's no wahala. All those who are funny embers of disunity, they will repeat. There's no doubt about it. Like they always say, person way do bad thing go forget, but person way you do until will never forget because you want that immediate gratification. So guys, let's say your opinion and have your take on this.